altogether?
I think compositionally, it's been about 10 years.
Wow.
The actual recording process of it took about 2 years, to get all the songs done.
Okay, let's give the listeners a little bio on your music, and we'll start with track 1. It's Time to Fly, the intro track.
The intro track, yeah. That song is kind of my hat tip to George Benson. One of his albums that I used to love was his live one, Weekend in L.A., where he did On Broadway and all those great tunes. And this tune was kind of like in that flavor, of his instrumentals that he did on that recording. Just kind of like, freewheeling, very clean, very groove-oriented, and so it was kind of like my little George Benson moment there.
Okay. And next was Acoustic Groove, which you played with...
that's a different tune. That's the only tune on the CD that I did all the parts on. I played all the instruments on that one. And that one really just came out of my sitting down with my nylon string classical guitar and... over a few weeks working out that particular song. And so it was just kind of a labor of personal love, doing something that was just mine only.
I got you. It also says in your advertisement here, in your media release, that you play 5 different guitars on this. Yeah,
this CD, it's kind of like each song required a different voice, if you know what I mean. So there's jazz arch-top guitars on there. There's Fender Stratocaster, which is more of what you consider a rock guitar, although the sound isn't the rock sound. And then there's solid body guitars. There's steel string acoustic and nylon string acoustic.
Okay, all right. And then we get to Always and Forever, number 3. Number 3.
That's the only song on the CD that I didn't write. That was written by Pat Metheny. And I first heard this song, a person that I was working with, he was an arranger, composer. I was working in his big band, and he was getting married. And his wife, I played at the ceremony for him, and his wife requested this song, this Pat Metheny tune, and I'd never heard it. So she... sent me the record, and I listened to this thing and said, this is just beautiful. And I had a beautiful time playing the song at the ceremony, and the song just stuck with me. And when it was time to do this CD, I thought I would take that song and give it a totally different flavor. Pat's version of it was classical guitar with an orchestra, and my version is with a jazz guitar with kind of a semi-pop, hip-hop groove, very different. But I love the song. It's just a beautiful melody on that tune.
It is, very nice. Number 4, As It Is.
As It Is. Well, the CD, a lot of it is kind of my hat tip to some different people, and this is kind of my Wes Montgomery commercial jazz hat tip. This song, the melody is all in octaves like Wes Montgomery plays, and it's just kind of a groove tune that I would envision Wes playing if he was, still alive and recording in the 2000s,
You mentioned commercial style. What do you consider your style? Do you consider it smooth jazz? Do you categorize it, or what?
That's a good question. I personally don't categorize my material as smooth jazz per se, because it isn't in the same formula that a lot of smooth jazz is in. Although it is more groove oriented, it's got a background of R&B as well as jazz in it. But it doesn't really follow the same formula as a lot of the smooth jazz does. But, if you have to categorize it, I think that's the closest you can get. So.
Okay. Yeah, they came out with that too. I think radio programmers first started naming it smooth jazz, and it's really specifically designed to direct listeners' perceptions to a certain direction.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and we left off with Starting Tomorrow, number 5.
Starting Tomorrow, that's actually one of the more different tunes on the CD, because that's not really at all in any kind of a smooth jazz realm. It's a semi-Latin groove, like a samba kind of a groove, with flute and a horn section on it. And that song I wrote a while ago, back around 5 years ago, and there's a vocalist that I work with, and she actually did the lyrics for it, although this is instrumental. And it was written as kind of a slower Latin tune, but with the band I decided to do it a little bit more up-tempo. And I just find it to be a very fun tune. It's kind of a happy tune, great tune to dance along with, you know.
It is. And number 7, If Time Stood Still, which is your title track.
The title track, yes. This song is a little bit different than most of them. It's very mellow. It's kind of a very major in tonality, a major sounding tune. The melody is fairly simple, I think, but the harmonic structure underneath it is more complex than it sounds. You know, there's a lot of chords moving around underneath the song, but the melody is kind of so simple that I don't think you notice the more complex harmony. This is the only song on the CD that has a string quartet on it.
Right.
And it's just a very different, you know, kind of a different feel. I always thought this song to be, just as the title says, it's just something that you listen to and just kind of envision time not moving, just enjoying the moment that you're in right now, and that's what the song does for me.
Yeah, I like what you said here about this tune. You said, I find that most people spend their time wishing their lives away. They can't wait for something new to happen and never enjoy what is now. This recording is my way of saying, enjoy the present.